Welcome to my channel. This is Alaine Grayson Writes, and I'm romance author Alaine Grayson. And today we're going to talk about reader magnets. What is a reader magnet anyway? So today we're going to talk about reader magnets. What is a reader magnet anyway? Well, before we get into the 5 things I want you to think about reader magnets, I want you to do one thing for me. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you always know when a new episode is live. Go ahead. All right, well, let's dive in. 5 things I want you to think about when you're doing reader magnets. I just finished mine last night and it went off to my editor. Just a short story. It came out to 6,908 words this morning. When I sent it to him, that was the last word count. Let's get into the 5 things I want you to think about. Thing number 1, I want you to think about what you're going to write about. Connect it to your current series. Always connect your reader magnet to your current series. You don't want to make a new world. That's not the point of a reader magnet. You don't want to make new characters. Now you can I created a few new characters in this, yes, but the main character was already in my series that I currently have 2 books out. The 3rd one's coming in September. And this short story has to do with some of those characters, and it's going to feed in to that 3rd story that's coming out in September. So they're going to find more out about this story if they read Finding Peace, the 3rd book, in September. So it's really creating a buzz to get them to want to read more of your books, to find out more information, to find out more about the characters, to learn more. So it's something that's going to draw them in to your series. Connect it to your current series. Can't say that enough. Connect it to your current series. For number 2, make sure that you're answering a question. Every book you have, every book you write, there's always a story in there that's not told. For mine, the story of Michael and Madeline's parents wasn't told. So some people might wonder, well, how did Kathy Grant get so bitter? Because she wasn't really nice in my 2nd book in Wanting Peace. If she's not a nice person, if she's bitter, why? What happened in her life to make her that way? So that's what I did with my reader magnet. I took a question that I knew my readers had, and they were curious about why Kathy was the way she was. So I wrote a short story that kind of addressed that fact. And it did a little bit about her relationship and how she got together with the father, with Richard Grant. So I addressed that a little bit, but the main story is why was she so bitter? So that was a question that my readers had in my current series, and I answered a question that my readers had. That's 2 things. The 3rd thing, make it about a favorite character. Now, Kathy's not necessarily a favorite character, but her children are. Her children are some of my main characters. So in my 3rd book, I'm really going to connect what happened in this short story into her relationship with her daughter, Madeline, who was one of my main characters. That's really going to help bring readers in and make them want to read something. Because yes, this reader magnet is for new readers and to attract them to your series, but it's also for your faithful readers, your fans who want to know more. And it gets them to sign up for your newsletter. It gets them to sign up for your Patreon if you put it on Patreon. So you can have little incentives in there for readers to want to do things in order to get these short stories that are connected to your series, that answer questions, and that are about favorite characters. Number 4, I can't stress this enough. Get it edited. I am a big proponent of hiring an editor, a professional editor. Even though it's a short story, even though you're not technically publishing it on Amazon, get an editor. This story is important. So I know this is harsh, and I know people that think, well, I can do it myself and don't push an editor on me and I don't need one. I'm just telling you my viewpoint. I firmly believe that you need an editor because you need to put your best foot forward to attract those readers and keep them. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Number 5. Now that I have it, what the heck do I do with it? Well, okay. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. So I want you to think about all the possibilities. You're using this to attract readers. So where could you put it? Well, you could use this in your newsletters, and you could put it on someplace like BookFunnel or Story Origin. And I really suggest both of those. You can use it to get readers to sign up for your newsletter by participating in the newsletter swaps on those sites. You can use it on those sites for promos that they run. You have to see which promos they are offering at the time and see which ones are for reader magnets. And then you can apply for those promos. You can apply for those newsletter swaps. And then you can exchange. You promote theirs, they promote yours, and then people have to sign up for your newsletter in order to read it, which is very important and a very good way to grow that newsletter. You can send it out to people that are already on your newsletter with a link from BookFunnel or from Story Origin. So that can be helpful too because it rewards those who are already with you. You can also put it on Patreon. If you're on Patreon and I'm on Patreon, put it on there as one of your tiers. And you can change it out every now and again. So think about that. Think about the things that you can do with it. You don't want to put it on Amazon. You don't want to make it available for everybody. You want it to be something where people have to give you something in order to receive it. And what they are giving you is their email address, their contact information, so you can send them your newsletter when you have your new releases. So you can send them information about your writing, so you can convert them into a reader. So these are the things that I want you to think about. A reader magnet is meant to draw readers in. You can use it as a reward for your fans, but you really want to use it to attract those new readers, and you want to attract them into your books. So connect to the current series. Very important. Answer a question. Make it about a main character or a favorite character. Get it edited. And lastly, think about where you're going to put it. Think about BookFunnel. Think about Story Origin. Think about newsletters, newsletter swaps, promos. That's how you do it. Now, have I done all those steps yet? No. This is what I've done. I've connected it to the current series. I've answered a question. I made it about the parents of a favorite character, so that drew in my readers. I'm going to include the conclusion of this story in my 3rd book. I'm getting it edited right now as we speak, and then I'm going to put it on Story Origin and BookFunnel, and I'm going to use it to get email addresses to grow my newsletter. Now, in a couple months, I'll come back and I'll tell you if it worked. I'll let you know how much it helped my newsletter to grow, how it grew my email list, and if that resulted in anything. So this is an experiment. I've heard of a lot of people that have done it. I wanted to join in and see if it worked for me. These are the tips that I think will work, and I will report back and let you guys know how it goes. So right now, I'm writing short stories for this wonderful anthology, Phantoms of the Moonlight, that will be out in September. And I am working on my 3rd novel, which is book 3 in my Reclaiming Life series, and it's called Finding Peace. And this is where my reader magnet will tie into the story. So before we wrap up, please subscribe and tune in next time. See you guys.